Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John Sabini, true and welcome to Necronator Dead Wrong, which is basically Slay the Spire, but also an inverted tower defense game. Don't worry, you'll get what I'm talking about the moment you see it, and I really wanted to give this one some love, because this is the first game published by Modern Wolf, and Modern Wolf is, as far as I'm aware, the first publishing house that has ever explicitly said, we are taking a zero tolerance policy on crunch, the process by which in the weeks and sometimes months leading up to the release of the game, devs work ridiculously long hours, often to the detriment of their physical and mental health. If you buy a game that was published by Modern Wolf, you know there was no crunch whatsoever, the devs were treated fairly. So, big thumbs up from me. I think that's brilliant. I'd love to see that policy spreading further, so I'd love to see them succeeding. And the fact that the first game they've released is basically a bit of a riff on Slay the Spire, well, that's flippin' marvellous too. And when I say inspired by Slay the Spire, it really is inspired by Slay the Spire. So, here you go. You're moving your way up through branching paths through some sort of, spire-shaped thing. You've got yourself normal fights, that's the villagers. The little purple graveyards, those are basically bonfires, so you can heal up or do upgrades there. The little green shops over there, you spend your currency, Dark Souls or whatever that is. You've got question marks, those are random events. The castles, meanwhile, those are your elites, tougher fights, but they give you better rewards, all leading up ultimately to a big fight at the end with a row of bonfires before you reach it. So structurally, it's very, very similar to Slay the Spire, but gameplay-wise, it's something very different. So if we just go into a little basic starting fight here, rather than being tactical turn-based combat, instead, what we've actually got is, kind of like tower defense, but instead of actually, being the one who sets up the towers, instead, you're the monsters trying to run the gauntlet. So, I've got myself a little deck here. Whole bunch of cards, basically units I can send out onto the field. Blue is spells, so ways I can heal or buff my friends or hurt my enemies. And green, you've got yourself support. So in that case, overdrawing, normally I think the hand limit is 4, but if I use that, I can get that up to 5, give myself a few more options. Every card has got itself a mana cost. Mana, meanwhile, just naturally heals over time, so once that gets up, I can start sending out some units. The enemy are going to start sending out some units too, so they're just sending some basic little knights in my direction. So, save a bit of mana, may as well get, a handful of soldiers going on here, and my portal is trying to defend itself too. So, they're going to do some damage to that. My soldiers will cut through all of you. Now send out some archers behind my soldiers, because with the soldiers to defend them, things will be good. And as those guys are about to actually be in combat, I'm going to give them +4 armor to give them a better chance. So there we go. They took very little damage, though it is going to slow them down a bit. More units coming in, so I'm going to drop a zap on all of them, doing a bit of damage and also stunning them temporarily. Send out a few more basic skeletons here, because my archers need some defense. There we go, those guys are all dead. Naturally, there's towers along the way. This tower's got a tiny bit of health, but when it actually starts getting sufficiently weakened, it becomes haunted. Now, it's on my side. So I've got a bit of an anchor point going forward. But any unit is always spawned from the spawning point. Let's get some more soldiers out there, by the way. Some more Fletchers back there, just in case we need a little bit more in the way of damage. And, oh, I see you getting on top of my units. No, you don't. I'm going to electrocute you. So, now we start wailing on the enemy base. As soon as that dies, that's it. We win. But, of course, the enemy's trying to do the same to me. If they knock out my portal, that's it. Game's over, because the game's a bit of a roguelike. So, send out some more stuff over here. Give you guys some blood rage, by the way. So, rush forward, nice and fast. Start wailing on these guys. And the archers, meanwhile, at the back, they've just been focusing on the actual tower, and it goes down. Hooray for me, I win. So in substance, very different to Slay the Spire, but then again, back to Slay the Spire here, because the rewards are the same. So, you get yourself some bonus gold, or in this case, Dark Souls, together with picking from a choice of cards for what you want to add into your deck. Though if you want to, you can just take a bit of gold instead. So, armor up, blood rage, I've got those two already, so +4 armor but lowers movement speed. Or blood rage, 10 damage, but massive increase to move speed and attack speed for 10 seconds. And, okay, overdraw a squad, give it 25 hit points. Do I want to actually spend 15 energy getting one squad in hand that's going to have 25 hit points more? I'm not sure that's worth it, to be honest. I'd rather just take a basic armor up, really. Then again, I've got myself plenty of money right now because, yeah, right at the beginning of the game, you do get a choice of bonuses you want to start with. So I just chose a little bit of money. So that means I can now go to the shop and do a nice bit of shopping because the merchant is a bit of a star, Grimbone the Swindler. I mean, look at him. He's fabulous. I love him. So let's just consider the units I have got here. So, basic skeletons. Basically cheap, useless, but might provide a little bit of cover for some archers, say. No health, don't hit particularly hard, but fast, so they can rush to the front and provide cover relatively easily. Soldiers, meanwhile, for double the cost, you get 3 times the health, and they hit a lot harder too. So, these are your day-to-day bread and butter. Archers are nice, no health, but they do hit reasonably hard from the rear. So if you can keep them protected, very, very nice indeed. Together with, yeah, a bit of damage to the enemies, together with a tiny bit of stun, and then we've seen the support abilities already. So, the shop. What have you got for me? Because, yeah, obviously the shop gets a little bit on the expensive side. Now that's nice. I wouldn't mind an Invigorate, so a little bit of healing, 150 hit points. That's basically most of the health for archers and basic soldiers. That's a lot of survivability for only 10. Yeah, I'm definitely taking that. That's for the better. So, only question now is, which unit do I want to add into my deck? Because the gold ones, that means these guys have been upgraded. So we got ourselves Brutal Demon Mage or Pyromaniac Demon Mage. So, air attack range unit. And this guy has... okay, he doesn't hit so hard, but he does break armor. Interesting and useful against armored opponents, of course. But I kind of love this guy. Fortifying Brute. 60 energy, so very expensive to get out, but 2,250 health. Together with, yeah, slower. Doesn't hit that hard, but while he's on the field, gives all squads in your hand 50% hit points and stuns enemies he hits. Okay, we've got to be having you. You're too good not to take. Right, move over to another fight here. Let's see how my new lads do. Okay, bit of an interesting one here. I need to work my way up a little hill, so I'm not sure if the castle's going to be able to, yeah, shoot me from above. And there's that Fortifying Brute. He's a bit on the expensive side, to be honest. Though, if I could get him out, I wouldn't say no. What are you sending at me? Sheep. I'm not desperately worried by sheep, to be honest. So I'm going to deploy a soldier right now, and I'm going to give him some bonus armor, just so he takes no damage from the sheep, because there's more sheep coming. And honestly, it slows him down, which is actually kind of good, because it means actually they're going to make slower progress, and that gives me time to get some archers out to support them. So those guys are taking like minimal damage from this inn over here. Archers behind them over there. I could give them more armor again, but we should be fine. How are you guys doing, by the way? The archers are tearing through them, no problem whatsoever. Now, there is the problem of more archers over here, but my archers appear to be doing a competent job, and this place is now haunted. Okay, excellent start here. And I've now got enough space to actually get out the Fortifying Brute. So this is going very, very well. Continue armoring up these guys, because archers are doing nothing to these lads. But the sheep have managed to just about get their way through. My archer's now taking on their archers. And while he's on the field, look at this. Bonuses to all my units. So skeletons are actually looking solid all of a sudden, because they're being boosted by the presence of the Fortifying Brute, who will just basically stand and fight, and if we just support him by zapping everything, that'll do right there as well. And now I've got Invigorate, so the next wave's now coming in, and if these guys start taking damage, there we go, they're now healed up. Basically, screw you. And we're ready to start moving on to the main event. The invigorating lad's still present. You guys have yourself some armor, and that just basically means you'll survive longer, so the archers can shoot longer, and this should be a nice, simple victory. And boom. Alright, good. So, the new Orky lad, he very much proved his value there. Keep him alive, and he'll buff the rest of your troops. Love it. So, 66 souls together with card. Basic soldier. Crippling curse. 50% attack, 50% attack speed. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's not great, but it only costs 10. Next card, minus 40 mana. Only costs 20. That would help me get the big lad on the field faster. Take it. Alright, so now now we're going up against, yeah, a bit of an elite. So into the first elite fight. Tougher, but potentially we're getting ourselves a good artifact out of it. Also, you have to fight Lord Balderdash in the castles. He's a bit of an odd guy who spends a lot of time insisting he's not cold. Aha, and we've got ourselves a signpost here. Basically, that means there's 2 ways up to the castle. I can tell my troops which of the 2 ways I want them to go. So there might be some tactical opportunities to try and intercept or potentially work around the enemy. This looks like the slightly shorter way though, so we'll start with that. This is not perfect though. Yeah, I'd need to spend energy to redraw right now. I don't really want to redraw. Instead, I'll just get out the Fortifying Brute. He can handle some basic peasants, so we'll just get him out immediately. That'll be absolutely fine. He might well be able to handle the rest of this by himself. And yeah, as long as he's actually alive, we've got ourselves... I could quick cast. Okay, get out 1 basic Fletcher. He's got all the health in the world. As long as he's alive, all my units are stronger, which is really, really damn cool. So this is good right here. And you know what? Quick cast out the soldiers. And then momentarily, yeah, I've now got Invigorate ready to go, if need be. But they are really struggling to do damage, and he's knackering all of this stuff. Basic skeletons hit surprisingly hard under the effect of this, and heal up, please. There we go. I think the big lads are focusing on taking this out, which honestly is not the worst thing in the world. So I've lost the Fletchers, but the big lad is still around, and that is good damn news. And, okay, this is going to be a bit difficult. Send my archers just to basically shoot down peasants. That's not a problem at all. You're moving over to intercept all of them. Send out a soldier. Send out... I could armor up, actually. Yeah, armor up. Try and keep these guys alive if we can. Looks like they're struggling a little bit over there. They're just kind of cutting through all these guys. Yeah, these guys have now got throwing axes, and I've not got a throwable ready to go. But my archers have caught up, which is good. Peasants are napping off in this direction. Send some basic skeletons to go and intercept them. That should be absolutely fine. Meanwhile, I've opened fire on this. Actually, my spawning pool just has the tiniest amount of range on these guys. And now we got ourselves everything we need. Okay, so I'd say go for Blood Rage right here. And a zap if anyone tries to intercept me. And down they go. Nice and easy there. That big lad with the survivability boosting your entire army. He's the MVP right there. He's the star. And here we go. I've now got a mana drive engine. So, okay. 200% mana regen when you have 20 mana or less. I'll take that. That's nice. Giant pile of souls and a card. Okay, a new big lad. So, melee unit, all squad in your hand. Another 50% hit points. I wonder if that stacks with my existing lad, because if so, yeah, that's worth doing. Okay, got to go to the shop. That's my only option at this point. So, what have you got for me? Brutal Axe Thrower. Ah, okay, we've seen Axe Throwers. That's not too bad at all. I wouldn't mind some cheaper lads just to get out onto the field, to be honest. Then again, this guy, oh, he doesn't hit that hard, but he stuns and breaks armor. Okay, meanwhile, there's a swift lad over here. He's just slightly faster, but doesn't stun. I've got to feel like, yeah, the brutal guy with the extra stunning. That's good. A stunning thrown ability. That's nice. And lethal demon blade. I mean, he's got some good health on him. He's got good survivability. Well, sort of, anyway. 500 hit points. It's not bad. It's not bad. Then again... Nope, I can't afford the budget Meteor Strike, even though that's 150 damage, which is pretty good. I'll take Lethal Demon Blade. Let's just actually get you guys in play. And then, aha, straight over to Bonfire. But my portal's not taking any damage yet, because that's persistent, so that means I can do my own upgrade. Love it. So, what do we want to upgrade here? Gonna be honest, I'm looking straight at this Gladiator, and I'm tempted. So, the Inciting Gladiator leads to Rally Aura, so attack speed up for nearby friendlies. Intimidating Gladiator is periodically apply stun to nearby enemies. Okay, but stat-wise they're identical. It's just whether I want him to be boosting me or hurting enemies. I'll go for boosting me. Inciting Gladiator, alright? Let's get these two things running side by side. This is going to be fine. And yeah, 2 more fights. Straight over to the next big boss. Okay, keep on keeping on here. Let's see what we've got. Okay, bit of a longer path to go along here. It's definitely getting longer as time goes by. Still just the one tower over there. Shouldn't be in range of me at the start, though. So, let's see what we have got. Alright, yeah, that should be fine. Let's just see what the enemy decides it wants to send out. I don't really want to be spamming skeletons just yet. But at the beginning of the fight, I now gain mana much more quickly because of that lovely, lovely artifact. So, okay. Send out the Fortifying Brute, just to basically get him out onto the field, and back him up with a few basic Skelly Boys, because they are now more powerful because he's out there, and boost their armor, so basically just hack them down, and yeah, we should just be chopping straight through them, no problem. In fact, you know what? Blood Rage. Get them out on the field, that should be absolute annihilation, and now they can do some good early damage here. No sign of my archers yet, though, which is a problem. Get some basic soldiers out while the big lad is present. We're doing some good poking work here, but actually, he's managed to get himself a little bit... Actually, no, don't send that out just yet. Send out some more basic skeletons, and I would not object to quick casting the Inciting Gladiator. Get him out there, get him on the field, and now get these guys armored up too. The Gladiator's got plenty of health. He's now coming in. Send out... There we go. There's the Fletchers. Been waiting for you guys to show up. Okay, that's now haunted. And now my guys can start chopping down this with some extra support. These guys are getting tougher as time goes by. But now I've got two of the big lads at the rear. Send brutal axe throwers to the rear. And if need be... Ooh, what are you? I don't know, but I'm going to zap you guys at the back just to... Okay, so you're dead, actually. You're a bit of an elite by the looks of it, but as I've got the two big heavy lads, this should not be a problem. Get out more Fletchers, get out you as well, and on top of that, get out some healing. Heal the entire army. Your basic lads here, and yeah, at this point, now I've got two heavies at the front who are boosting, supporting, healing everybody out. More soldiers at the rear, basic skeleton, 84 damage, though I think actually... They're not actually stacking on top of each other. It looks to me like we're only getting one set of bonuses here. Get the skeletons out, get more archers out. But at this point, there go the throwing axes. Here come the archers. In come the invisible lads. Absolutely slaughter them. Okay, we've got some good stuff going on here. I'm liking my double orc front line. 77 souls and new card. Inspiration. Every card in hand, -10. That's kind of tempting. Or, yeah, draw a squad, give it 25% bonus attack. For 15, that seems a lot. No, I'll go for Inspiration. Massive cheap spam there. That's what I want to see. Okay, straight over here, then into another elite. So, alright, we got ourselves a swamp here. Let's see what we got here. Because, yeah, there's not that many maps yet, so we might see a handful of repeats. This one's nice and simple, though, but yeah, the enemy's definitely starting to send out more elite units. So, down we go. Nothing too dramatic here. Also, we start in the actual, you know, graveyard. That's cute. Okay, I've got a zap in hand, if need be, together with a soldier and a brutal axe thrower behind. That's not too bad at all, though I may as well inspire. Like, that's gonna be worth it, to be honest. So send out the soldiers, back them up with the brutal axe throwers as soon as I can, please. And yeah, plenty of bonus firepower coming in here. So now we got ourselves some good stuff in the back there. I'm just going to zap these sheep. So they're dead, just to basically provide myself with a bit of cover. Okay, there's more coming on here. I'm just going to wait. Okay, armor them up here. And now start sending out some support. Get the archers in play. The sheep are going to start falling apart very quickly. The axe throwers, they are absolutely annihilating this nonsense. The archers are firing on my troops, and now we can change target. The archers are, yeah, high DPS. They are dangerous. Get out the... Ooh, which one? Get out the gladiator. Alright, send him out first, and send some archers with him for backup. You actually seem to be moving pretty fast over here, unless there's actual big, serious, hardcore elite. Armor up all of you, by the way. Oh, yeah. I think they're already done. The gladiator, don't even need him. Everything is a-okay. And you are just, yeah, inciting all the troops around you. Oh, yeah, we're onto a good thing here. We're onto a flipping good thing. tower should be going down momentarily. My elite's going to arrive before them. And by the way, activate rage mode, please. Job done. Okay, I feel like we're ready for the next elite. Bring it the flip on. Ooh, but first, Meteor Strike, 150 damage, 2-second stun. The stun is nice. Or 50 damage and also reduction in attack speed and move speed for 10 seconds. I'd rather go for the Meteor Strike, I think. Alright, let's see what you got here. Let's see what you flipping got, Lord Boulder Dash. Okay, same map as we saw before. So once again, 2 routes. And all I've got as a starting point is a double skeleton, which is not spectacular, to be honest, but it should be enough to deal with sheep at the bare minimum. So go on then. Send them out, and I will actually armor them all up just to basically give them a little bit of an advantage. And I can invigorate them too, which will really help keep them alive, because that's basically all their health back. Then again, they're dying so quickly, it barely even flipping matters. I'm going to blood rage you, so have fun just chopping through the sheep, and then do what you can to knock down that lovely... You all died, didn't you? You actually all just died. Okay, about to take some damage from sheep. Okay, send out the inciting gladiator. The basic skeletons have just embarrassed themselves pretty badly here. I can armor him up if need be. And you know what? I'm gonna Meteor Strike about here. Okay, good. That's plenty of people dead, and I can invigorate if need be. 1 set of archers to back you up, and yeah, I can just keep invigorating and armor up all of you, please. Invigorate to keep him alive. The archers are now in play. Get out the lethal death blade. He's actually got himself some good survivability. The archers look to me like they're doing a good job clearing out you. Okay. We've stabilized. I was worried for a minute there. Get this out, and now get everyone nice and cheap, please. Basic soldiers, point them in this direction. The enemy are now coming from here. That means I can start getting some troops up over here. This will do. Get some more archers to support them too. The death blades are just tearing apart the sheep right now. Basic soldiers, together with, yeah, support from the Haunted Tavern, should be able to handle this. And you guys have picked the exact wrong moment to walk away, because now my troops might be able to win before anything even happens at this point. Send out Fortifying Brute, overdraw, and then do a bit of a zap to you guys. That stuns you, and then my own, yeah, job done. Alright, we got this. We flipping got this. I'm feeling good. Though there was a bit dicey there for a second. Okay, got myself a hammer here. So, 50% attack when attacking buildings. Well, that just seems a bit too good, actually, but okay. Another Armored Gladiator, or Strong Tactical Overload. So, okay. Perk Overdrawn, plus 50% mana regeneration, Exhaust. Okay. So, last till the end of battle, I mean 50% mana regeneration. That's so good I can't say no. That's really, really damn good. And do I want to upgrade or just go straight into another battle? I probably want to upgrade here. I'm in good shape. This is a good moment to do a bit of upgrading. Now, I could get my healing up. That'd be kind of nice if I could get my healing improved. Then again, inspiration. I've been enjoying inspiration. Show me what you do. So, budget inspiration, cheaper, or masterful inspiration, 30 cost down. I mean, that's basically just everything free. Yeah, masterful inspiration, free. I'll be taking that. Okay. You flippin' try and stand against me. You just try. Okay, single path on this occasion, just 1 tower for now. Let's see what we got. Oh, a little graveyard down there too. That's cute. Okay. Okay. Just wait to see what they're sending, because they are going to start sending more and more stuff. This is a small map, by the way. Really small map. Have I mentioned, by the way, if that timer reaches 0, then all the enemies in the world start basically spamming out, and you pretty much instant lose. Okay. Prepare for this here. Send out basic soldier units. Basic soldier units should be able to handle sheep without too much in the way of difficulty, especially backed up by fireballs. But even basic sheep are surprisingly tough sometimes. And zap! I'm just going to get rid of them just to basically buy my guys a bit of space here. and overdraw, because if I overdraw, yes, masterful inspiration, meaning in just a moment, yes, everything is about to start becoming a hell of a lot cheaper. And do I want to? No, I don't want to do that just yet. I don't want to do that just yet. You guys are in a little bit of trouble. Fortifying Brute. Yeah, get out the Fortifying Brute first. He should be able to basically work through all of this and armor him up, please. Okay, this should be fine. Strong Tactical. Yeah, there we go. Get Strong Tactical out. He's just going to basically hack his way through literally everything. There is a big old pile of guys coming here. And you know what? Yes, about there. And you were all badly damaged by that. Okay. Everything's fine. Send out some Fletchers to support him. There's an elite coming, but I've already got my own elite on the field, so I'm not too worried for the time being. That guy's going to be cheaper soon. Do I want to send out? Yeah, I just want some basic soldiers for the time being. I've got an elite out. Everything's fine. Heal him up. Actually, no, save the heal for now. Just for the time being, wait for that. The archer's doing a good job supporting. Armor everyone else up, please. And Axe Thrower or Inciting Gladiator. Get the Axe Thrower out. That's now haunted. We've got ourselves an anchor point. And you can be healed up right there. Now I've got myself plenty of firepower behind an elite. So at this point, send out a basic skeleton just so we're in good shape here. And quick cast the Inciting Gladiator. Right, my second elite is out on the field. Now my elite is just fighting their guy over there. Everything is good. Oh yeah, this should now be unstoppable right here. But just in case, we're going to Blood Rage. And I'm going to throw everything out there. We've got elites coming in. Oh yeah, you're kind of screwed. Yeah, I'm not feeling good about you, by the way. 70 souls, draft a card. Another Gladiator. I mean, that's good, but they're really expensive. I'd rather just have a guard up. Guard up's actually pretty good. Okay. My portal is in good enough shape. That means it's time for one final upgrade here. One final upgrade. Okay. Meteor Strike's kind of nice. No, Invigorate. Look at Invigorate here. So, either budget or 250. Make it 250. Alright, make it 250. That way, I can more effectively heal up the big lads. Okay, bring it the flip on. I'm feeling good about this deck. Okay, we got something I haven't seen before here. That's a new map, so that's an unfortunate position for that. That's going to be able to hit me from all sorts of angles. Okay, what have we actually got here? Strong Tactical Overload. Yes, get faster regeneration immediately. May as well get that out on the field. That's going to pay for itself, no trouble whatsoever. Admittedly, I'm kind of lacking in everything. Cards in hand, minus 30. I think that might be broken, because I swear that only was minus 10 right there. That wasn't what that was supposed to do. Send out the Demon Blade. That's absolutely fine. They go invisible, and then start immediately attacking you idiots. Good, good, good. Send out some soldiers as well. How did you see me when I wasn't attacking? Maybe I was briefly attacking there. These guys aren't going to last very long, so that's absolutely fine. They do a competent enough job. I might want to do a big... Oh, I don't want to do a zap just yet. Okay. Get the Fortifying Brute out. I've got some firepower onto this route right here, which is not so bad. I don't want to heal yet, though. Okay. We've been beaten back for now, but I can also do a great big zap! Okay, so that's done a good bit of damage right there. That's some good damage. Send out a basic soldier. My heavy can hopefully handle this, but we're being a little bit overwhelmed right now. It's time for armor up. It's time for blood rage. And it's time for healing. Alright, there we flip and go. Also, quick cast down to Inciting Gladiator. Get heavy number 2 out on the field. So, we've done a bit of damage here. Time is ticking down. And now, even basic skeletons are surprisingly powerful. I could do a big meteor, but my guys are pushing forward. One of my heavies is getting worn down, but we are chopping through the big lads right now. Get out this guy. And there we go. That's now haunted. Okay, I've got an anchor point. This is what I wanted to see. We need to deal with some of these guys. That's the big heavy lad. I'm worried by him. Get out more Fletchers, please. Get the guard up on all of these guys, because you're actually fighting a boss right now. You guys, skeleton, go and support these guys, please. Go and support these guys and take them out. Good. These axe throwers are taking out those axe throwers. We're starting to have the tide turn here. I might want to armor up at some point. These guys are going to basically, overtake the archers sooner or later. I'm going to armor up on all of you. And... do you want overdraw? Yeah, overdraw, please. And there we go. Now, I think we'll have Blood Frenzy. And now the archers have now come back together. Okay, that was looking dicey for a second. But now the axemen are ready to go. By the way, I'm just going to drop a flipping massive thing on you. That was 2 seconds of stun. Job done. Okay. There we flipping go. I'm happy with that. And Lord Balderdash finally admits he was cold all along. He had a very strange character arc, to be honest. And I believe, for the time being, that's your lot. This is basically an early access game that's effectively functioning as a demo in some ways. Literally right now, it's just the first Spire. There is, however, an alternative deck. So that was Steel and Bones that I started with right there. There is also Fresh Meat, which is much more based around healing. So you start off with 2 brutes right there, together with, 2 healing spells and a couple of support cards based around buffing cards in your hand before you actually deploy them. And clearly, of course, there will be other commanders, though I do like how they're actually, like in silhouette, like they're a secret, despite the fact they're, right here on the title screen. Like, it's her. It's the sexy demon and the girl with the haunted doll. Those are the 2 characters. But yeah, that's Necronator Dead Wrong in its current form. A sort of early access, alpha-y, demo-y sort of a form. But as I understand it, over the coming months, they're going to be moving fairly fast in terms of adding more bosses, adding more biomes, adding more enemies, adding more characters, diddly-diddly-dee. They've got a fairly aggressive roadmap for taking this forward. I'll say, there's stuff I like here. Right now it's a little bit simpler, difficulty feels pitched slightly on the low side if you just happen to get some good cards early on. Because some of the big heavy-hitting elites seem to be able to basically carry most of your army by themselves. But there is a lot I actually like here. I like the inverted tower defense gameplay. There's some good stuff here. It needs some work, it needs some polish. That's going to be coming over time, but I think there's some promise here, and I really do hope Modern Wolf makes a success of it. Because if they turn out to be successful on an open platform of, we don't do crunch, maybe some of the bigger players might have to sit up, take note, change some of their own working practices. And that'd be great, because it's one of the not often talked about scourges of the gaming industry that, devs have to suffer through an awful lot, sometimes months of crunch, which is not good. Not good at all. So, good job, Modern Wolf. Liking what you're doing. Necronator itself, good start. Promising. Needs some work. Could do with some tweaks on the balance and the difficulty. But it's a solid foundation. May well revisit it when it's picked up a couple of updates, maybe some DLC, something of that nature. We'll see. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd. And this has been Necronator Dead Wrong. Thank you very much, and goodbye. We've all learnt a valuable lesson here. When people have the zombie plague, don't allow them into confined spaces with you. We should just actually, use cannons. Do we have cannons? Use the cannons. Oh, they've got a big hammer. That's what the noise is. And a pirate's just rammed them. Okay, I think we're in a traffic jam on the sea.